Hi guys, how you doing? This is La Queen coming live from Boston, Massachusetts. I love you guys. I'm so great and honored to be here tonight. Oh, the AC cut off on this machine. The water came out. So I'm really happy to be here tonight, guys. Um, there we go. So making my coffee. It's about 9:30 here on Wednesday night. I got a lot to do. I'm very happy that my business is growing, but I'm not getting paid for it right now. So it's 10 o'clock here. I'm in my office here in Boston. Of course, people have to use my water. Anyway, so there's a lot of things I got to do and got to take care of. First of all, I'm very happy that my business is growing. I have had over 500 views of my Google business profile, views of my business on Google Business. So I'm very, very, very much happy about that. As well as I'm very happy that I'm getting noticed from TV media personnel. I was able to talk to a couple people. I didn't get any pictures, but I was able to talk to a couple people, producers in NBC, Fox, New York. I should have got some pictures with them. And usually they come to the events, the media people, they come to the events, they check on the young people. They report these media people, national media people, okay, the local television. There you go. They come to these events as well. And you know what? They can get COVID too. So pretty much what I want to talk about is the success. I just started this battle, First Aid Responder Services, certified nonprofit. My name's La Queen. We're very happy to actually start this business. I usually, what happens is I go to the site, I meet up with the organizers' events at these rallies, food trucks, vendors, festivals. I go straight to the organizers. I introduce myself. I hand them my cards, let them know what kind of services they need. I go straight into the event. I check on the public safety of the young people, everybody in attendance. I check, their facial expressions, their demeanor, their respirations, their temperature, all of that. Usually sometimes the weather is very hot, or sometimes there's a whole bunch of people at these events, and these young people are very tired and very exhausted. They've been sitting for days, they've been marching for hours and hours, for miles and miles, and all they want is just somebody to give them a nice cold glass of water or a cold, fresh towelette. It could be a towelette, it could be a baby wipe. They just want something fresh and cold, something fresh. Whether it's a towelette, whether it's a baby wipe, whatever it is, they just want something fresh, okay? It doesn't have to be a baby wipe. It could just literally be anything fresh. That's pretty much what they want. Literally just something fresh. A fresh paper towel, a fresh wipe, a fresh towelette, anything fresh. Water, fresh ice, a cup of ice, even an ice pack I was able to do. Somebody had a spleen in his hand. He had a spleen, he injured his arm. And we called EMS, okay. And somebody ran into him. And the people at the event wanted me to, my coffee's overflowing, babe. They wanted me to go to the hospital to check on the young guy to make sure that he was okay at the event. They wanted me to go to the hospital with him, okay? But they're like, oh, you need to go to the hospital with us too. But at the same time though, okay, I was just doing the first aid. And usually I feel a lot of pressure because I'm doing my own business. I'm, taking care of money. I'm trying to make money. I'm trying to be independent. And a lot of men, especially men, have an issue with that, okay? So you know what? I'm just going to continue my struggle and just pretty much just get out there and make myself known and make myself noticeable, okay? But I go in there and I arrive and I just let my people like, what are your services or need? What can you do? How can you help us? Whatever you need, whatever you need for me to done, I'll get it. So I went to Occupy Movement in New York City, outside of City Plaza. They had about 20 feet of trash right in front of City Hall. And the police commissioner, the police chief, one of the commissioners, one of the chiefs, one of the sergeants, the supervisors, he had a main issue with one of the organizers, a young lady, young African American lady. He's like, all I want you guys to do, and I saw him and the whole other crowd spoke to in front of her, okay, said, all I want you guys to do is just to clean up your trash. To clean up your trash. Clean up your mess. That's all we want. He had a whole big issue with her. He was arguing with the young lady for over 30 minutes, and she was about to be arrested because I guess she was insinuated that the police captain was, he was a captain, wanted something else in return. No, honey, I just want you to pick up and clean out your trash. And she kept insinuating to him that just arguing with the police chief, arguing with the police captain. No, honey, please get your event together and clean up your trash. You're in front of public view. There's a big government shutdown going on with COVID. The whole government shutdown. There's no schools. There's no libraries. There's no malls in New York. The only thing that's open still in New York is Marshalls and TJ Maxx. Okay. The police captain kept telling this young lady, she was like early 30s, late 20s. I think she was early 20s. He pretty much the police captain. He wasn't the commissioner. I'm not sure if he was a commissioner or not. He looked like Mike, I swear. The police captain kept telling this young lady for over 30 minutes to an hour, please help your organizers get together and do something about this public trash that is in plain sight of traffic and the highway, and this 20 feet of let me see, half a mile feet of trash was 5 minutes away from the Brooklyn Bridge. Okay, so you have people going into the Brooklyn Bridge, going out of the Brooklyn Bridge, and you have the Occupy protesters and the Black Lives protesters sitting together singing Kumbaya, and there's a big national government shutdown just because of an infectious viral disease, and you have over half a mile worth of trash sitting there in public view. No, please get it together, organizers, and get your trash together. We have to make this sanitary. We have to make this safe for the public. If you want this event to keep going, please make it safe, and please take care of your young people at this event. It was a mess. I mean, urination everywhere, urinating in the parks, in the parking lots, urinating. They instead of spray painting on the walls of the government buildings, instead of spray painting graffiti, they were actually hand painting using wall paint to graffiti the walls. They were using wall paint, not graffiti spray paint. They were actually using Home Depot, Lowe's house paint to put graffiti on the walls. They were using house paint. Okay, so it got a little bit out of control, and the police captain told me, LaQueen, please let these young people, please tell these young people not to graffiti the walls. And they kept doing it. And we even had one of our street medics, our young medical guys, he told us he was a medic or whatever. We even had one of our medical guys putting graffiti on the wall too. So we had to let him go. So there's a lot of issues going on right now. I have to get checked. I know for my cancer's in remission. I don't know, but I have to go back in 6 months to get pretty much I'm benign, everything's good, but I've been having a couple of memory problems, so I need to get that checked. So, I love being involved. We as a group together, every time I go to the events, I usually find volunteers to work for me and to get the whole event set up, especially when there's over 5,000, 6,000, 1,500, 2,000, 10,000 young people there. What it is I go into the event. I don't have my tent anymore because there was too many tents, too many vendors there. I usually go into my event. I see if I can get maybe 15, 20, 30 volunteers, go straight into the event, okay? And then see exactly what the organizers need, do all the electrical, check on the electrical, and you'd be surprised what I did. When I went to Occupy City Hall, guess what? I found five gas cans right by one of the generators. And I took the flashlight. I was like, what is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? 5 empty gas cans right by a generator used to for the music, okay? 5 empty gas cans. And when I showed that, when I blew a light up on that situation, and when the guy was sitting back there, he's like, "Oh, there's not a problem with this, and there's a problem with it. You got 5 empty gas cans next to a generator, and you have over 5,000 people at this event, and there's over five gas cans, and whether they're empty or not. Do you see what I'm saying? So that's another issue that you got to take care of. Notice 5 empty. Ooh, this is better. So you have 5 empty gas cans. Empty gas cans next to, okay, a generator. A gas-powered generator, okay? He's like, oh, no, we need this. No. You need to move those gas cans. And when I saw that, at least 5 of the organizers that were there, okay, blew up on him. You're like, no. So, you'd be surprised what you have at these events. And then you have like the electrical wiring, and there's so many fire hazards. There's over 50 tents there set up in a mile radius in front of City Hall, and there's the tents and people, candles. But the main issue is I want to make sure that every single young person there that is involved in this movement, making sure their personal health. I had another older man. He was in his mid-60s, and he was coughing for 15-20 minutes. I'm like, sir, we cannot have you coughing around a crowd of young people, of 2,000 people here. And the young man, he was trying to sleep, but he was coughing for like 15-20 minutes. Continuous cough, continuous dry cough. So I woke him up and I let the gentleman know, sir, there's a great place about 5-10 minutes here. There's an empty park where you can actually get some fresh air to breathe and to relax your lungs. And he's like, I'm on medication. I have a medication disorder. That's fine, sir, but we gotta stop you coughing. He's like, I want a beer. Okay, sir, we'll get you a beer, whatever. But please, we have to get you away from the area, or get you away from the crowd, so you can breathe clearly, so you can actually your lungs can actually relax a little bit, okay? Now, I didn't take him to Broadway. I took him as far away from City Hall as possible so he could relax a little bit more. And there was a water fountain over there. It was a dark at night, but he was still in the view of security. Security still knew where he was, okay? So especially in events like those with COVID going around, you have people coughing, feverish, nauseated. Had another man, he was nauseated, he was fainting. We got a couple cold packs for him together, put on his neck, put on his chest, put on his back, and together he came together and he regained consciousness a little bit. He was fainting, he was dizzy, and he was on medication for that too. I think he said he was on Risperdal, but he was able to gain his composure a little bit, okay, because he said it was having some side effects to the medication. So there's a lot of things I would love to be involved in. I would love to be a part, again, when you're dealing with public safety, when you're dealing as a street medic, as a street dog.